the names that I knew blur away, dear. How to know I'm the one who remains here. So many of me now are gone. I was wise to write what I knew, dear. There were times when the lines made me more clear. It's a wonder to feel that I'm yours. You're the fountain, you're the thread of my bones. I turned and I turned all the way, dear. I reversed like a glove with a hand fear. There were times when I knew just your name. I can hear all the tunes that you sing, dear. It's like hearing myself in a grand sphere. There were times I was one.
In response to some of the artwork that our Orion artists have produced in the 60s.
You're the fountain.
Before we start, I'd like to point out Julia has a notice here. And also Dennis, if the hat's back there. So if you'd like to speak to the artist, please Recital. And I think we just give the floor to Gabriel here.
Thank you.
A message talking about some of the ideas that had taken her to do this print. I realized that many people had changed the cities I had lived in the past. And when I looked at this print, I remembered those people who had changed the city, who had made it real, who had converted something which perhaps without them would have been different. So I wrote this poem for the piece, and I want to dedicate it to Julia.
Thank you.
It's for the piece outside Parliament, Angels of London. You bore London in your ink womb, conceiving hands, heads and mouths, granting the silence of primordial time, coloring its heart, its political beat, its rumble of lords, summoning birds, atoms of chants for the urban clatter. The city was yours. You dreamt it real. Traffic shattered when you spoke. You turned clocks into childhood toys. Gold-washed skies, roseate and mad. Towers made gates of celestial lands, and light warrants flaxed by your eyes. Everything was real. You shaped the soul of the national rail. Our wings revealed symmetries of fish. A London of angels awoke from water. The face of Thames oniric and green, revealing the mirror of all that we were, all that we would be. London was yours. You governed wise in thought surgery, every knot undone, every steeple clean. Split by the knives of print incantation, you conjured dusk. The city breathed before the night. Only you would see. Only I would remember. Thank you. Thank you. As well, because when I received the piece, I was already writing about the concepts that I thought I perceived in his piece. I know Dennis' English is not the best, I know, but we communicated and we expressed some ideas. I was writing a lot about dissolution, dissolving yourself in otherness, something exterior to yourself, being part of that which you are not. And when I saw this print and the voyeurism behind it, I thought it was touching on the points that I was already writing in the other poems that week. So I wrote this for everyone. And now that we're drinking and having this night, I think it's perfect to dissolve ourselves in otherness. Everyone. Oh, the bright day we were dissolved into men and wine, thought into hand, born to other eyes, voyeuristic pools. 100 heads preaching the song, we became the notes, communal hymns. I bellowed my pains and sunk the world. Oh, truly we were what we could be, boisterous masses containing gravity. I wane like you, chattering moons. The Virgin Bridge, liquid paradoxes. We ourselves in us, unfolding solitude, in baffled crowds, in oceans of sand. Oh, where I roamed, your mind was near. I'd live to sing the thought of me. For a tale of soul, I traded darkness. The fortune of men in a circle dance, my dormitory mind, my sedentary self, death to the parts, resurrection of rings. Oh, I know not why I begin as you end. If we are to burn like common stars, may it be unlined under a single fear. The golden hen, the couch future, hollow my words, my teacher's pets, inhabit my despair, evict my soberness. Oh, return me the day we were undone. In the city of fish, dissolution of self, song of the whole, coalescing waters. Thank you. Dedicated to him and to Andres, of course. If you see the piece there, what I felt was an absolute confusion of senses. I felt desire, I felt excess, I felt passion, I felt the confusion of the perspective, I felt things that perhaps we shouldn't feel, but at some time we want to be perhaps more than we are, and we feel everything together. And I wrote this piece, Absinthe 4. The world is green. The world is green, dragon herb green. I am one with veils. My senses overlap. I desire everything, hands, lips, clouds. I am the final gate of universal whims. You endorse the night. My deity is Ganda. The moon is drawn to objects of mind. You attenuate work. You magnetize spheres. You incite the soul of color and glass. Nothing is returned. You wait the light, earth, stone, water, funnels of the sun. I stand before you as the river bottle, diaphanous green, conduit of light. I sing and I laugh. The mouth is open of forbidden birds. When you are near, logic is contrived. I recite the lines of animal hymns, last incantations. The world is green, ancient and green, heart of the horse, spirit of the water. I want everything. I am wish gardens. I want everything. I am wish gardens. You untie the arms of insatiable trees. Thank you. To grasp even for myself, but we have the pamphlets, and later if you want you can read them in the piece of your house. The next poem is for the piece Time Well Spent. I think it's here. I'm just going to move here as well with these colors of hope, which perhaps nowadays are not so common or not so accepted, but he was referring to the 1950s where there was still this element of hope for the future. And this painting, this print, I think really reflected that. And I wrote this hopeful piece. And also Andres told me, hey, write something positive because all the poems are very depressive. So I said, okay, Andres, for you, time well spent. You, lucent openings, suspended house temple, I remember you home of the time well spent. I recall the cape of cartoon skies, window optics terracing the world, 1,000 futures shimmering green, our soul contained in placards pink, the grand promises of your symmetry shaping the garden, erecting the signs of our time eternal, of our space Jerusalem. I remember you, crown of geometry, totem of brightness, thick neon fonts marketing Atlantis, celluloid spheres for modern minds, certainty of heights, fortitude of squares. You contained the night in your man angles. You framed pain. You pacified darkness. You branded time. You, the lucent tower, greenhouse of desire. I remember you home of the time well spent. Thank you. Moving over here, it's okay, we'll just... this piece is behind Marcello, there. I thought I had been there in my mind at some point. Perhaps in the moment, the poem is called Éclat, perhaps in sublime moments of romantic fervor, perhaps in the innocent, naive instances of the first love. I don't know, I felt I had been there. And I wrote this piece, Éclat. You conjured the mountain, the hunkered giant we lay upon to blow out smoke. I was just a child. I knew, though overgrown, sketched in black and white. Nothing escaped you. You charcoaled the birds and every omen of our future. You said we were sublime. 3 deities in torn jeans, endorsing timelessness. I trusted you. You were the mountain. It spoke through your eyes. When light awoke with graduating lens, you twisted and turned, contorting in the rising sun. Like etchings in the fire, your clarity was gone. The rock changed. The cards changed. Everything changed. You cut your hair, revived your flame in other lands, on other chests, summoning mirrors, hope, virgin turf for the faith giant. I remain entranced. Every night envisaging the mountain, awake on your belly of snow, summoning the jump, summoning the fall, a lover's éclat, Plato's parapenting. Thank you. He's one of the star artists, no, of Orion Contemporary. He has great pieces, great landscapes. And this one, it didn't have a title, but Andres told me it's The Forest. The forest. Your mind is the forest. The idea of the forest, where everything goes. The time I was there, you were covered in snow. A golden canopy above us forged nails with the light. Trees were figures of despair. There was pain in the wood. Petals in the sky inhaled me. I was your thought temple, your climate of longing. I was your dream seasons. The dusk was everlasting, ochre endings unresolved. I claimed parts of the scene, the impossible parts, where you and I were one, in the bark of desire, in the fortune wind, in twin-fold wonder, in fables of affection, where you and I belonged. I never returned to your mind, the forest, the time coma, the moss environment, veneer of candescence, battle of distortion, halo of insanity, terrace of my voice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, now we can have a drink and enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you very much.
All the names that I knew blur away, dear. How to know I'm the one who remains here? So many of me now are gone. I was wise to ride what I knew, dear. There were times when the lines made me